Hey guys, welcome back to building a robot arm project. So today I'm going to show you how to send commands from your computer over to your Arduino over here. And then we're also going to code our Arduino so that it's able to receive the commands from the computer. The reason that that's interesting is that once we're able to do that, we can actually press a key on the computer, and then that key then goes to the Arduino, and then that triggers a motion. So another way to say that is that once we do all of this, we can control our robot arm using our keyboard on the computer. All right. So let me go ahead and show you how to do this. The first thing we want to do is make sure we're at code.barnabasrobotics.com, and you want to make sure it says version 1.0.4. So I just made an update earlier today. It used to be 1.0.3, but I made an update so that you're able to send commands from this website now. So to make sure it's to make sure that it works, make sure it says 1.0.4. If it doesn't say that, you want to clear your browser history. I'll show you how to do that. So you go to settings here, and then if you scroll down, you can just say right here, clear browsing data. So the reason you want to do that is that uh, your computer will actually save the information that needs to run a website. So every time it goes to a website, it will save some data there. And so what that causes is that sometimes if you have an update to that website, it won't always get the new information. Right? So we just want to clear that so that it makes sure to get the new information when you go to the websites. So what you can do is just say time range, just the last 24 hours, because I just made the update today. So if you clear out everything the last 24 hours, it should clear all. You should be covered. You'll clear what you need to clear. All right. I'm going to clear that, and then I'll just do a refresh, so we're all at the same place. All right, cool. And so we are ready to go. Another thing you can do to check to make sure everything's good for you is you click on monitor here. All right. And once you click on monitor, you're going to see connect clear, this text box, and then send. Later on, this text box is where you're going to type in things to send to the robot arm. All right. So everything's working good. Then these four things will show up when you click on monitor. All right. If you go to editor, it goes away. All right. So don't get freaked out if you don't see it. Make sure you click on monitor, and then you'll see those things. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do, let's go ahead and write brand new code. And what we want to do is we want to write code that allows our Arduino to receive commands from the computer. So I'm just starting with a brand new, let's click on text code. A brand new piece of code here, void setup, right? All right, and then a void loop. Okay. All right, so what do we want to do here? We want to set up serial.begin 9600. The way that the sending or receiving commands on this website, it uses 9600, which is the speed of communication. So that's why we want to use 9600 there. Okay, and you'll notice the serial. What is it? We're using serial communication. It's basically it's a way that we're able to send letters and words across the USB cable here. It's called serial communication. Okay, so we started that. Now let's just do a quick test. You guys can follow along on your side. I just want to be able to send commands from our Arduino to our computer. Okay, and we've done this before. So in our loop, we go serial.println. Hello, I am a robot arm. Right? hello, I am a robot arm. All right, so this is just gonna tell the Arduino to send hello, I'm a robot arm to my computer. So, and then I'll put a delay here. And again, remember, we want to put the delay here so it doesn't keep sending this sentence over and over again really fast, which can cause my little website here to crash. So we want to put a little delay there to slow down the frequency of how often it sends this sentence. All right, let's upload this. Connect and have it upload. Cool. And then we're going to go to monitor, connect, and we see hello, I am a robot arm, on and on and on. Cool. All right, so that's working fine. And so just to clarify what's going on here, this right here is the Arduino right here sending a message over here to my computer. Now I want to do the opposite. I want to send something from my computer, okay, through the cable into the Arduino. So in this case, the Arduino is the speaker and the computer is the listener. Now I want to flip it. Now I need to make sure that the Arduino is the listener. Okay, so how are we going to do that? I'm going to comment this out because we don't need it anymore. Let's make our Arduino a listener. So we need to say while serial dot available greater than 0, do something. All right, so what does this mean right here? This piece of code says serial dot available is, it looks at the serial cable, which you can just think is this USB cable, and it says, is there some information available? So it's listening, right? So select dot available, it's listening, and it says, is there, when you call that, is there anything, any words, any letters available on the USB cable? And then why does it say greater than 0? Because what it returns is actually the number of letters that are available. So if the computer sent 2 letters, serial.available will be like 2. If it's 3 letters, serial.available will say, I see 3 letters. All right, so anything greater than 0, because 0 letters means nothing's available. There's nothing going on. Okay, so let's see what we want to do. We want to then say, okay, if there is some kind of letter available on the USB cord, I want to know what is that letter. Okay, so well, a letter in Arduino or C language is a character. Okay, that's the technical term for character. So I'm going to say car my letter. All right, so I'm creating a variable called my letter, and it's going to be a character type in the way that you say it is car. All right, it means character. All right, so my variable, my letter, is there, and now I want to set my letter equal to whatever letter is on the serial monitor. So serial dot read. Okay. All right, so now it's reading, and it's gonna, in serial.read, it's gonna read, I'll put a comment here, read 1 character. All right. And what if there are 2 characters on there? What if there are 3? What's going to happen? We'll talk about that a little bit later. But for now, it's just serial.read, reads one character. So if there are any number of characters on the USB cable, it's going to take the first one and put it into my letter. Now that I have my letter, I want to say serial.print ln my letter. All right. So what that means is that whenever it sees a letter on the USB cable, it's just going to print it back. It's going to send it back to the computer so that we can see it. All right. So let's try this out. All right. Let's try this out, and then let's go to monitor. All right, it's connected, so nothing's happening. But if I go here, and I say 1, and I click send, I see a 1 came out here. 2, I see a 2. Capital Q, and I send it, I get a capital Q. So it's just echoing back to you. So let's go back here, you can see. So it's saying, it's saying that okay, if there's one or more letter on the cable, I'm going to read it, put it into my letter, and then just serial print ln the letter back to the computer. So it's just echoing. It's kind of like a Simon Says kind of thing. It's just echoing back exactly what it's receiving. All right, so let's make it a little bit more clear. I want to say serial.print I just received space. All right, I just received colon space and then my letter. So this will be more clear, saying that whenever we see something printed back on the computer screen, we can clearly see that it's the Arduino actually talking back. It's saying, I just received whatever letter. And then notice I don't have an ln here. If I don't have an ln, it means that whatever is printed on the next line, it's just going to continue on the same line. All right? Because I wanted to say, I just received, and then on the same line, whatever letter. I don't want like, I just received new line, and then the letter. So let's try this out. All right, let's try this out here. Go to monitor. And I can go E. There you go. I just received E, D. Okay, it looks like it's working. And by the way, a little trick here. I can type 4, like you see that. And if I just press enter, it will automatically send it over. So I don't have to like say 5 and then click send here. You know, I made things a little easier for you guys. You can just type it and then send. All right, now we know that we're able to send one letter at a time. What happens if we send 2 letters, like RO? What's going to happen? Well, you can see that it received them one at a time, right? What about robot? It sends all 5, and then it receives them one letter at a time. So right now, the listening side of our Arduino, it can only process one letter at a time. So I would say for now, that's okay. Maybe later we can look into, well, what if we want to be able to process the entire word? So not just one letter at a time. I want to receive the entire word of robot. So we can talk a little bit about how to do that later on. But for now, let's just leave it as, okay, it can process one letter at a time. We are okay with that. Let's try to make it do something. All right, so Going back here, now we're going to create a simple program to control our claw here. Alright, so I'm going to hashtag include servo. Okay, and I'm going to set up my claw motor. Alright, in fact, I'm going to pull up my old code and copy and paste some of this stuff in there. Alright, so here's some of my code from before, so I'm just going to copy this stuff. So I might need this later, right? Alright, I'm copying that over and putting it in. Okay. And so I have a base motor. I'm just going to play with the claw motor right now just to make it open and close. Alright, let's get my setup. Yeah, let's copy all this in there as well. Copy. There. Oh, I don't need two of these. Alright. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to say if my letter equals to 1, okay, and I'm putting this single quote here for character, or like one letter. Oh, this is not supposed to be semicolon. If my letter equals 1, then I want to open the claw. If my letter equals 2, I want to close the claw. Alright, how do we do that? We just do our servo command. So it's claw motor dot write, and I have claw open all set up here for myself. Here we go. Claw motor dot write claw close to close it. Cool. So now I receive the letter, then I do my thing here. And I say, well, what does my letter say? If it's a 1, open the claw. If it's a 2, close the claw. All right, let's try this out. I'm going to upload this. Okay. Let's go to the monitor. Alright, let's go over here. Let's do a 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, what I prefer to do, what I would like to do is I want to say I just received, that's cool, but I also want it to say for claw open, I want it to print ln opening the claw. Alright, so to kind of make it clear, so I get this feedback from the Arduino back to my computer saying it's opening, and then this one serial.println closing the claw. All right, that's going to be more clear here. So we get some feedback from our claw now. Okay, we are uploading. Okay, number 1, and this is opening the claw. Well, I guess it was already open, so all right, 2. closing the claw. 1. Awesome. All right, let's add a little bit. Let's add some more. Let's control the base motor. Why don't we do that? So for base motor, I want to go 0, 90, and 180. So how would I do that? Well, I'm going to need some more ifs. So if my letter equals, let's go with the letter A. Let's mix it up a little bit. Then I'm going to say base motor dot write base motor min. Let's do that. Base motor min. And I'll report back serial.println, moving base motor to min, like that. Cool. And I'm going to copy this because I'm going to have 3 more like this that are very similar. So I'm going to, for B, I want to move to base motor mid, and then change this. So mid here, and then C, I'm going to say base motor max. Okay, everything looking good? We have A moves it to base motor min, B to base motor mid, C to motor max. Excellent. Looking good. Let's try this out. Okay, go to our monitor here. Okay, 1, open, 2, close. Just for fun, 1 open. All right, then A, okay, base motor min, B, base motor mid, which is 90, and then C, over there. A, B, C, 1, 2, A, B. Pretty cool. All right, so now I'm moving the base motor with ABC, and I'm moving the claw with 1, 2. You know, just for fun, let's keep doing more. Let's do another set. All right, let's also control the what about the lift motor? All right. And for the lift motor, I'm going to use, looking at my keyboard here, QWE, because they're all right next to each other. If my letter equals Q, then lift motor dot write lift motor min, and then I'm going to report back to the computer saying moving lift motor to min. Cool. So just like the other one, just like the base motor, I'm going to just copy this. I'm going to paste twice because it's going to be very similar. Q, W, and E. So W will be lift motor mid, and E will be lift motor max. All right, I think it's getting pretty easy now. Good thing I have all these. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. All right, so now we have Good thing we have all these variables and stuff set up already. Okay, here we go. Uploading monitor. Okay. 1, 2, that still works. We have A, C, B, that's all good. And then Q, W, E. Let's scoot back for you. Q, W, E, A, B, C, A. All right, very cool. So I'm just going to stop there today. So as you can see, once you get rolling, it's not too bad. It's not too hard to add more and more motor controls. So going back to here, I would say the challenge is to just control. We've done three motor controls, right? We have the claw with 1 and 2. We have the base motor with A, B, C. And then we have the lift motor, Q, U, E. So challenge, if you guys get there, if you want to take it on, will be to also control the extend motor with the keys. And you can use any key that you want. All right. Later on, is kind of some other stuff we can work on is, again, like what if we want to be able to read more than one letter at a time? Like if we can actually type in open and it would actually open the claw, right? Or maybe we can send something like 1, 2, 3 and it'll do all 3 commands all at one, in a row. So for if we sent one, well actually there is no 3. So let's do this. Let's say if we send A, B, C, right? What if it moves to the min and then right away moves to the mid and then right away moves to the max by sending A, B, C all at once. That'd be kind of cool too. So you can send multiple moves with just one word. So more on that stuff later, but those are just ideas of what we could do with this. All right, hopefully that was interesting to you. Have fun with that. If you have questions, we will talk next week. All right, talk to you later.